time I've ever won anything since I left Pegasus. So I got by on my good luck since then. Yeah, I started out pretty good in Pegasus, mind you. I was one of the people that went to the awards night, and I won all the awards except for purpose attendance, because I was always sick. But I always went to school, and then I left the reserve, and that's when I realized I wasn't getting a good education. I was 14, I left Pegasus. I already knew I wasn't getting a good education, and I went to Ottawa. And my mother had bought a house out there, and I went there named Jennifer, my middle name. I was ashamed of being an Anishinaabe. And I went out to Ottawa, and I found out that people there don't treat us the same way as they do here. They hide their racism a lot better, but they were actually genuinely interested in who I was. The school that I went to was Gloucester High School, Gloucester High School. That's where my daughter was born, was Gloucester, not Ottawa. And I bring her up here because she is my teacher. This is the person that taught me to be who I am today. Because before she came along, I don't know who I was. And this is the person that helped me to build that. But in Ottawa, when I got there, and these kids really wanted to know, what's it like to live on a reserve? Do you guys still live in teepees? All those kinds of questions. And I shared, and I only lasted 9 months the first time I went to Ottawa, because it was, I got really homesick, and I wasn't used to being treated respectfully, which is sad. This is 1984, 85. And so I went back to the reserve, got kicked around for another couple of years, and then I realized I had to get out of there. The reserve is not a good place for people to live, let alone trying to get an education. So I went back to Ottawa, and I ended up living a life there, and I went to university. I worked for a lot of federal departments. I got involved in Aboriginal Head Start, and then the last place I worked for was Congress Aboriginal Peoples, and I won't say the name of the man I worked for, but that was what made me leave. I couldn't swallow that life. I couldn't be that camera guy taking pictures. That's what it felt like. It was really confining. It was really demoralizing, and it just made me lose faith in humanity in a lot of ways. And so I had to walk away from that and let it go. And I was lucky because I had a great number of teachers out east that I could bring forward with me. And when I came home to Manitoba, I came home with the idea and the knowledge and the understanding that it's our next generation that we need to work with. Because all those people living in Ottawa and working in Ottawa aren't doing anything for us. I saw it firsthand. I know it. All they're feeding is that bureaucracy. They're just feeding it, and they're siphoning away our energies to feed that bureaucracy. And so I figured, okay, I'm going to go home. I learned how to make a drum. I learned how to sing some songs. And I knew how to beadwork, and I knew how to do all this stuff. So I figured, okay, I'm coming home. I'm going to be a real mom. I'm not going to run around and try and work full-time and do everything else. And I was very lucky. I had a wonderful child that taught me to slow down, believe it or not. She taught me to think and to plan things better, and to think ahead and look ahead. And we've had a really good time in Winnipeg. We've been here for almost 8 years, and I've been so blessed. I was able to get a diploma in early childhood education and find out just how bad that industry is. So if you have children in childcare, you go and hug your ECE, honestly, because that is a grueling job for early educators. We think that schools are hard to work with. And in a childcare situation, the way the licensing and the way the province operates everything, right now, today, it is short 280 employees for the childcare industry. It is short 280 employees throughout Manitoba for the childcare industry. Your wait lists are 1 year to 2 years. So us on the floor out there, when I was working for EC and in childcare, it's really, really difficult. I couldn't do it. I had to leave. It made me sick. I was constantly stressed out. I couldn't do it. So things have to change. The society is a consumer society. It doesn't fit with our worldview of connectedness to the earth. I've been so blessed with the opportunities that, of the teachings that I've been giving, the people that have come in my path, the people that have helped to shape me, especially this little girl here, this young woman. If I didn't have her in my life,